Lately, some of the biggest creators in the photography and filmmaking industry have been announcing that they are quitting YouTube or drastically changing the way they create. Let's talk about it. I have lately been seeing a lot of the creators that inspire me to create quitting YouTube. And those are very alarming news to me because I just took this YouTube thing seriously. And so when I see these big creators leaving the platform or at least drastically changing the way they create, that makes me question myself and at least try to understand where they are so that I can maybe avoid that if I want to take this seriously. Anyway, I was researching a lot of these creators and trying to watch all the explaining videos for why they were leaving or why they were downsizing, as Matt Diavela, that he's on his own again after having a team of several employees for I think 4 years. Or Casey Neistat talking about his journey in the podcast The Diary of a CEO, where he explains the whole process as well as his life. I'm going to leave all these links in the description because I think they are super interesting, not only because of YouTube but also because of life lessons and what they get to share and what they get to show you about their lives, and you can kind of understand and see where they fell and how did they get up so that maybe you can learn something. But yeah, Casey Neistat explaining how success has so many different faces and ways to be, that a lot of the people think that success is one thing, but it's a completely different thing for each of us. I really enjoyed the comment that Tom Noske, I'm sorry about the last name, I'm probably butchering it, but I am lately super inspired by this creator. He is doing a lot of short form videos with a lot of value, and I really recommend going to him after watching all my videos, please. Thank you. Also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, now is the time. Like now? Okay. Good to go? Good. Also, don't forget the notification bell. Anyway, the most interesting thing to me is that as each person is different, they get to a different solution and a solution that works for them. For some people, it's going to be downsizing. For other people, will be taking a break from YouTube because you are burnt out completely and because the purpose you started YouTube for is not there anymore, or you have evolved and you felt trapped. I don't know, there's a lot of different answers to that question of why quit YouTube. At the same time, we find creators that keep evolving, keep doing bigger things, scaling up. Ali Abdal is one of the guys that I admire a lot too, and in the video with Matt Diavela, they have a conversation about scaling up and the different views where Matt Diavela was stressed out about managing the team and trying to keep up with every single task, where Ali was enjoying the time of his life because creating alone was not as fun and it didn't bring him that much joy. However, the strategy of Ali was trying to outsource every single task that was not making him happy, which he even hired his own manager. And I think that's a very smart move and something to consider if you enjoy solely creating videos or creating content or whatever it is. Matt Diavela, for example, loves editing, and that's something a lot of creators hate. Their first hire is an editor, whereas Matt Diavela says in his video that editing is one of the best points of his creative process because he feels free to do whatever he wants. So the conclusion to me, after watching all these videos and trying to research as much as I could of the different situations and everything, is that we are all different. There's no right path, and we try to adapt to whatever situation we are in. And so that means that my problems are my own, and I will probably find the solution to my problems, not to your problems. It is completely legit, and I think very smart to understand where the other person is standing, what it has the process been, so that you can probably get some knowledge nuggets from there. But in the end, I am a firm believer that we came here to spend our time trying to do whatever makes us happy as long as we can. Which means that for some creators, 10-15 years of creating on YouTube could have been enough. Some of them, they might have gotten bored, or they might need some extra incentive to create something different, or to go somewhere else, which is the case in most cases, like Mate Hapoya, where he's actually going to pursue filmmaking, like movie making, not YouTube. So the general conclusion here to me is that as new channels and small creators need to look for whatever makes us happy, which means that I'm going to still create one video per week this year, or I'm going to try that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful in a way. I have a bunch of videos in my channel, which is something I always say, but the previous one about messing up one of the biggest opportunities in my professional career is probably something I would recommend you to watch next. So I will leave it in the end card. If you like the video though, if you give it a thumbs up, it's going to help me so much. By the way, you need to tell me in the comments if you would like to know what my gear is and what is it I shoot with these videos as well as my commercial jobs. I am going to start creating more content on photography, videography, filmmaking, whatever you want to call it, cameras, and creating stuff with cameras. That's all it is I like. So stay tuned, hit the notification bell as I said before, and I'll see you in the next video next week at noon.